Hello, hello, hello. We are live on the air for the Google Hangout. We're going to be talking about Evernote and how it can help you get away from the overwhelmed, stressful state of business and personal life. This is the first one, so bar any hiccups or any technology glitches, we're going to give it a shot and see how it works. Now, my name is peteKane, and it's a pleasure to bring you this. My goal this year is to serve more people, and one of the things that has really made an impact on my life is the Evernote and how it has affected me. I was stressed out, overwhelmed, and I stumbled on Evernote. I've had it for a year, but I stumbled on a better way to use it, and it has absolutely changed my life. So I'm hoping that we can bring this message to more people. And if you have Evernote on your phone or computer, you'll use it in a different way. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have no earthly idea if anybody's listening, because I've done some testing with a friend of mine, and it's worked at times and it hasn't worked. So the great thing about this platform, it's free. It's sponsored by Google, so that's pretty neat, and it's a great way to get your message out there. So let's go ahead and dive in, because I'm looking at, let me just make sure time-wise, because I'm looking at, you still have, yes, okay, hold on, somebody's saying that. I'm hoping people can get in. If not, they'll see the replay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, the reason for the Hangout is to help people have more balance by not feeling so overwhelmed and having a way to stay, as we call it, plugged in, but not overwhelmed and stressed out. And the beauty of Evernote is it will allow you to do this. So my goal this time is to help you see more of a potential to use this platform. Like, I had it for about a year and I had no earthly idea what I actually had. And it wasn't until Cards Munch, that was owned by LinkedIn, was going out of business and discontinuing the service, that Evernote picked it up. I came over to Evernote. I looked at what was there. I looked up some videos, and I realized that this thing is a powerful tool. And I first got attracted to it by just scanning business cards. And if I can give you just a short history, I had hundreds of business cards scattered all over the place. My business was that I go out and talk to business owners each day, and I'd get a business card. And I had so many, I didn't know what to do with them. And so I originally started using it for the sole purpose of organizing my business cards. But what I found out is it did a whole lot more than that. So my goal tonight is to give you a way to plug in. I'm not going to teach you everything, but I'm going to give you some, maybe 1,000-foot view of what Evernote is all about. And hopefully this encourages you or motivates you to learn more. Because I went on a quest after I saw how powerful it was to learn this. So I dove in face first. I have 2 monitors. I Googled videos. I watched how they did certain things, and I just started using it. And what I found was I saved at least 5 hours a week. It was incredible. I was not looking for papers. I was not spending a lot of energy on unproductive things. And it changed my life. I went to a totally different person, because, like I'm going to tell you in this session, it's like an extension to my brain. And who wouldn't want an extension to their brain? So it just made me more productive. I got so much more done. And we're going to go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to share with you some of these things. I hope to be able to show you some screens, and that will, give you some insights into how it works. So again, I was going to try and put a lower third on there, which you can put your name on the bottom, but it's not going to happen tonight. Okay, so let's talk about Okay. How I save 5 hours a week. Now, 5 hours a week, you might say, no, no way. How can you save 5 hours a week? That's crazy. Let me give you an example I've been telling over the last few weeks. Our kitchen counter is a catch-all. And the mail comes in, the magazines, the things from work, both my wife and myself, and things just pile up. And we probably all have that catch-all. Well, what happens is that things get misplaced. And it might be an invitation to the homeowners association barbecue, and by accident it gets thrown away, but you look for it for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and you're frustrated because you can't find it. It could be an important document. Well, that's unproductive time looking for it. Now, what I do now is I take a picture of it, and I take a picture of it in Evernote, and I might put a tag on it, but it does list it by the time I entered it in. But I put a tag on it. I might say homeowners association. Now I throw it away and I look up, and now I have that piece of paper. So I might be out in my car. My wife might call me and say, what time is the homeowners association barbecue? I can just go to my phone, takes 3 seconds, and I can tell her the time. That's the advantages of a system that's not dependent on a lot of papers all over the place. So it is an extension of your brain by putting information in it and being able to retrieve it very quickly. Okay. I put a few cards here just to make it a little interactive. Okay. Extension to my brain. Wow. Man, I'm telling you what, this is definitely the case. I never was really good in school, and learning was a challenge. And so things just tend to build up when you had to remember all these things. And being ADD and dyslexic, you have certain challenges with that. But now, I feel like I'm the smartest person on earth because I have a better system than 99% of the people. I can remember names, I can remember details, I can speak into the Evernote, I can retrieve information when I need it, wherever, whether I'm on an iPad, phone, or PC. But now I'm a collector of information, and I can retrieve it when I want. And that is a powerful thing in what we call the information age, because information is doubling every, I don't forget, 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. It's just a lot of information coming at us. And if you can have a way to streamline that, then information is very powerful if it's applied. But now you will with Evernote, because you have a way of gathering that information and putting in the proper order to be able to use it. Okay. Now let's talk about some of the things you can do. I'm going to cover 5 or 6 things. I hope the screenshots will work. If it doesn't, as my friend Joe Welsh and I were playing around, is you just got to dive in and figure it out. The only way you're going to get better at something is go through the awkward stages. So this might not be the best, but it's the first attempt to deliver a very powerful message to you, and deliver it in such a way you can see some things. So when it comes to some screenshots, I hope I can show you those with the Google Hangout that I have, and I know I probably can. Okay, I'm just playing around with this here. Okay, excuse me. All right, so now this is one of the notes. Take a picture of an important document. How many times did y'all see that? Beautiful. Okay. What I want you to do too, there is a Q&A feature, and normally when I've watched these that other people have done in the past, they have a person working it, and they'll have them, the questions, field the questions. So I'm doing it all tonight, working the switchboard, working my cards, and so it won't be as efficient as maybe down the road when I have a few people helping, assisting it. But the bottom line is, how many times do you have very important documents that might get misfiled in your filing drawer. So let's say, not things like birth certificates, but something that's real important. It happens, it's common, and we spend a lot of time looking for it. Now I'm going through and I'm taking pictures of everything. Now they have a scanner that you can actually start scanning lots of pages and put them into what they call the cloud, which is where all this information stores. But the main thing is now I know I can find things in seconds. And this ability to do that saves you time. And in my case, 5 hours a week. I figured it out the other day, 260 hours a year or over 10 days. So I've gotten back by one strategy and spending a few months learning it, 10 extra days a year. And that's exciting because what has happened now is I do important things, not urgent. You still will go back and forth occasionally. But when you free up that much time each day and each week, you tend to focus on the important things because you're not losing a lot of energy chasing things that just takes up time. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can do the first screenshot. I'm going to try this. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. All right. Hold on here. All right, let's see if I can bring over the list. I'm going to show you how you can use some list. Okay. Bummer. Okay, hold on here. Let me sign in here, and I'll be with you in just a second. Good. All right. I didn't realize it signed me out. Okay. And, bummer, because I'm going to have to look for this list. And bear with me here. Okay. Let's pull this thing over here just a second. All right. I don't want to take too much time from here. Okay. Let me just look here. Okay. I'm looking for a list. And sorry here. All right. I'm not a good multitasker. Okay. How can I show you? All right, hold on here. Sorry about the, all right, let's see. Oh my darn. It kicked me out of everything. Okay, bear with me for a second. Be good if I had another person I could bring on while I'm grabbing this, but I don't. I'm solo in it. Okay, hold on here, and I'm going to be with you in just a second. I think it's going to be beneficial for you to see this. So that's why I am taking the time to go over here. Yeah, that's weird because when I did my double check and was checking things before I went out to eat, I realized that I had all these screens open that I was going to show you, but I guess when it went to sleep, it kicked me out. Okay. All right, hold on here and bear with me for a second. Feel free to ask some questions. There is a Q&A function, so go ahead and do that, and maybe I can talk through a few things while I'm looking up and going to show you how I took a list. Okay, this is going to be a book list, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, book list. All right, hold on here. All right. It's funny, they just had a new interface on the PC, so it's totally different. All right, there we go. Okay, books to read. There we go. Okay, now let me move it over. Okay, I'm going to show you as I move this over. Okay, you see this right here? This is a checklist that you can develop, that you can do it on anything. So if you have to create a list and you have something you have to repeat, it's really easy to create it once, and then you can keep track of this. And this is on your phone. And there's a way to duplicate it. So if it's a grocery list, you can duplicate it. If it's like we're doing now, and I'm going to move this back. We're doing now helping our fellow network with reviews. So we have a checklist that I put out that has all the different directories. So I might go like Raphael owns Cartridge World. Him and his two sons owns Cartridge World in Hiram. And we were talking the other day is I'll be able to, like, maybe I'm reviewing Google and Yelp during a 5 minute, chunk of time that I have, but I want to review them on City Search and Yahoo and Super Pages and TripAdvisor. Well, I have a list of all those directories. I can go back and check off what I have done, but more importantly, I can set up a separate list for Cartridge World Hiram, and I'll know exactly how many sites I've reviewed. And that's a way of kind of not trying to remember how many sites I've done, just keep track of it. There's a book out, I don't know the exact title, but it talks about the power of lists. And we all probably do it if we're in business, we're writing lists down. Well, you can share this list with people, and it's just more effective if it's on a place that you use all the time. You might lose that list if it's paper, but your phone goes with you wherever you go. So your list is on your phone, it's on your tablet, it's on your PC, and it makes it easy to keep track of it. And so you can always get to it when you want to. Okay. All right, so I guess I should have done this before. Create lists, easy to do, and you can duplicate it. Okay, so much for that. All right, now let me tell you, if you're a journal person, and I have many journals, too many to count. I don't know what's in these journals. They're on my bookcase. They're in 2 different rooms now. But now let me show you what Evernote has done. Evernote's come out with what they call Moleskine, which is a type of journal. This is a paper one, which is very inexpensive. And what I've done, let's see if I can show you. Here we go. All right, I'm going to show you. There we go. So I can take a picture of this page, and this page is searchable. So the title is Positioning Statement, and it talks about marketing positioning. So if I wanted to go back to my notes on positioning statement, I take a picture of it in Evernote, and it automatically puts it in a place where I can find it by just putting a word in on the search. It's on this particular page, and it'll bring me up to it. If I want to tag it, I can put a specific word on there that might say marketing, and I might put positioning. I don't know if I'd go that deep into that word tag description, but can you imagine every word that you put in the journal is searchable? So now in business, as let's say you do your marketing calendar for the entire year, the next year, if you wanted to go back to it, it's all right there in Evernote, easy to find. You could be on the road, you could be at your business, and all of a sudden you could pull up what you had put down that previous year. And that's the power of having a program that stores your information, but more importantly, puts it in a place you can find it when you want it. So Moleskine, journaling, pretty cool. There we go. So easy to use, easy to take a picture, easy to find your information, and put you in a powerful position because now you know where to find that information. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got now. All right. So let's go down to, all right, Post-it notes. Here we go. I love this. It's my little Post-it notes. See where it says there? Tell them about Post-it notes. Are you a person that puts Post-it notes all over your computer or your desk? There's a lot of people that do that. Can you imagine not having any Post-it notes, but still having the ability to jot down an idea using Post-it notes. You can write your idea down, and Evernote has a program written with Post-it notes. So you take a picture of that Post-it note, and the color and the content, the words on that Post-it note, are searchable. Now, let me clarify it, because there's a premium. I guess I should have said this at the beginning. There's a free version, which I think probably about 95% of the people use. Then there's a version I have, which is the premium edition. I pay $5 a month. What I get is more searching, more capacity, and I can scan business cards. And I'm going to go into that in just a little bit. But I highly recommend it. I mean, I told a person about a month ago when we were talking about how this has helped me. I said, if you told me today that it was going to cost me $1,000 a month to keep Evernote, I would do it. It's that valuable to myself personally and business-wise. So paying $5 is nothing when it comes to how you can benefit. And just look at your time. You say 5 hours a week. I don't know what you're billed out or what you're worth, but let's just say a rough figure, $50 an hour. Some high, some low, but that's $250 a week, $1,000 a month right there that you're saving, that you'll be able to use to maybe be more productive. So it truly has, will make you so much more productive. Okay. All right, let's see what, okay, so I got that. Let me throw that one away. Okay. Now, all righty. Now we're going to go to one other feature in a neat, cool way. How many of us, and I looked at my daughter's email number on her phone, and it was a big number. Mine's, after every day, it's down to 0. I mean, I just don't keep a lot of unread emails, but let's see if you can see this. Okay, let's read it. Okay, so you can email to Evernote. Important information. You go to the settings, you look under account summary, and then it'll say email notes to, and it'll give you a code. I take that code, I put it in my phone, and whenever I have something that I want to eventually go back and maybe retrieve or go back to, I'll email it to Evernote. And then I might put a tag on it. And I guess I should have said that you can do notebooks and tags. And I didn't want to get too deep in the weeds with how you use Evernote, because, you know, I don't want to have so much time, but I want to give you some ideas of how you can use it. And hopefully this will spur you on to learn more. However, at the end, I'm going to give you a lot of tools that you can use for Evernote. But when it comes to sending this email to Evernote, it just gives you a way that you don't have to look for it in folders, because remember, every word is searchable. So if I sent an email and it had the word Rev Local, marketing, or renown, or review, or something like that on there, I can just put that word in my search bar, and it'll find everything with that word on it. So I can find it very easily. So that's a beautiful feature there. Okay, bear with me for just a second. I was hoping I'd do a better job of showing you some examples on the computer, but I don't know. With having to log in and all, it's kind of slowed me down. But let me see if I can do something here that might help. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay, let me do this. Let me search one other thing, because I want to show you an important way. All right, hold on just a second. Bear with me. Please feel free to ask a question. All right, WCBA. Okay, so in your business, we all have all should have something like a portfolio. Now, what I mean by that, designers have it all the time. It would be something that showcases who you are, what you do, It can be interactive. It can have links. It can have photos. It can have a lot of things that make a compelling story of why people should do business with you. Every single business should do this. Evernote gives you an easy way to do this. Now let me pull this screen over. I'm going to show you the West Cobb Business Association. And about a month after I got going with Evernote and I looked at ways that I could use it, one of the things that I struggled with as the membership chair for West Cobb Business Association was when I would run into somebody and say, can you send me some information? Well, I'd go back to the house at night and then email them the information. Took a lot of time. Now, I'm going to bring this over to you and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Hopefully you can see this. I think you can. All right, let's go down here. So you see this information here? This is all the links. These are, the different events that are going on. Tuesday morning open networking, Thursday closed networking, Friday roundtable. Then I could go down here, all the special events. Here's the benefits of becoming a member. Here's the monthly luncheons, when they are, how much, a link to sign up. Here's a connection to our particular social sites. And then you go down here. Here's the people that, oh, this is an old one. Okay. Oh, no, that's I updated because Josh is now the new membership chair. So I'm like co-chair. I don't know. I just put that down there, something like that. But I'm helping them out. So I put all the people that were on the membership committee, and and then I was able to give them a document that I can send to them. And let me go back. I can send to them in about 3 seconds. I do a couple clicks and put their name in the contact bar, and bingo, I send it to them. So I can do it right there. I'm talking to the person. I said, you want me to send you some information about the West Cobb Business Association? I go right to my phone. 3 seconds, I send it. Done. That's the beauty. When I change it, it changes automatically because it's in the cloud. Now, if it comes in an email, it's not going to change their email. But if I send it to them in a folder or a file that's linked to the cloud, it'll change when I change it. So you as a business owner, you can put together a portfolio about your business and have that as a note in Evernote and be able to use it and send it to people when you need it. And you can have that on a lot of different things as it relates to, there's a great, cool new business called Olive Tree and Vine. And Jennifer Smith and her husband, Mark, opened it up right near like Daily Grind. It's all these olive oils, different types of olive oils. Now, Jennifer is putting together like what oils will go with particular foods. A cool thing would be have different notes that you can send, and maybe it's a link to recipes, but you do it one time. And if the person buys a blood orange olive oil, which goes great to add to brownies and makes them taste amazing, is you would just send it to them right there. And now they have a way to use your product. So it's like, you want to set up systems that allow you to use it more effectively. And that's the beauty of, gosh, I hope this thing doesn't cut off at 8:30. It might, maybe not. I set it for a half hour. I'm going to run over a little bit. If you've got to go, and I understand, because I wanted to do it in a half hour, but it's not going to work. I'm going to go about 10 minutes over. It's recorded. This particular Hangout, I'm doing it in Google Plus, and it's in YouTube. But after I finish, it'll be my own YouTube video, and I can send it to people. So picture yourself educating your market by doing something like this that helps them understand a little bit more about what you have to offer. And now it's a YouTube video. And then if you really want to optimize it, you put the title on it, the keywords, the description, all you need. And now it's a very optimized piece of content. Okay. All right. So that's the portfolio. Now, this is the one thing that got me into it. Scanning business cards. Let me look up at the camera. Scanning business cards right there. This thing is cool. Now, I've had other programs that scan business cards. Not too accurate. and it's a standalone program. Get this. I scan about 95% of the cards I scan works without any editing. But here's the situation of how it happened for me. I was in Hiram. I was at a restaurant. I met this lady. We talked for a few minutes. I had to leave. She mentioned something about her business and having trouble being found. I exchanged business cards. I scanned it. It automatically sends an email saying, nice to meet you, and ties to your LinkedIn profile. 2 hours later, she sent me an email saying, I'd like to sit down and talk to you about my business. I didn't do anything but scan the card and hit the check. Took me all of about 5 seconds. And I had an appointment. That's the power of having a system to scan these business cards. Most of us have hundreds of business cards laying around, and we lose them, we misplace them. But now, once they're scanned, they're in, and they'll go right into your contacts, so you can put them into your contacts, and you can put any notes you want, and it's easy to find. And then if somebody said, hey, could you send me the person that owns the place at owns the olive oil place in West Cobb, I could just go to Jennifer's card and send it right to them. Takes seconds. So that's a beautiful thing. All right, let's go on to, it works on all devices. It syncs instantly on all devices. So if I'm using it on my phone, as soon as I put that card on the phone, it is on my iPad and my PC. So different interfaces have a little bit different feel to it. So your phone is a little different than your tablet and your PC. But the crazy thing is it syncs with all of them. So immediately it's on there and you can use it from any device you want. So that is super cool. Okay, I've got 8 more minutes and I'm going to wrap it up. Feel free to put any questions. I might be able to figure out where these questions are. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's see if anybody's asked me a question. Could somebody ask me a question to see if it works? So if you're on there, I see we got 5 viewers on there. So, oh yeah, here we go. Heather, should we be seeing the list screenshot? Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, yes, you should, Heather, but looks like you're not. I can't see the screenshot. All right. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I'm not sure why. Oh, you know what? I know when Joe and I were testing it, it gave me an option of it, several screens, and when I clicked on it, I was seeing. I haven't seen that. I don't really know how to get to it. I think I do, but I don't want to mess up the recording. But normally you will be. So Heather McKay is a organizational consultant. She could use this platform to show organizational strategies. And yes, you would be able to see the screen. So if you went to show people, you know, what's going on with this particular organizational tip that you're giving them, yes. So the answer is yes. Okay. Wow, I've got the heat on and it is smoking hot in here. But anyway, I can't turn it off, so I'm just going to have to stay warm. Okay. How can we continue the education? If you will go to and join the Facebook page, I will post the replays on there. I'll post the events. You can ask questions. I'll put videos up there. There's a list of videos that I send out to people that just want to get, you know, the basics of how to learn how to use Evernote. I'll put that on there. But you go to bit.ly /FB for Facebook and then Evernote. So if you go to that, you should be able to see the Facebook page. And I would be able to tell you, maybe, let's see. Hold on here. Oh yeah, you know what, Heather, you're right. Let me see. Would I be able to show it? It'd be cool if I could, but I don't know. Oh, share screen. Okay. Here we go. Yes. I love it when I lux out. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. All right. So there's the Facebook page. And so you can obviously see that's the Facebook page. And so you can go on there and join it, and then I'll put all the information on there. Let me show you the list. All right, hold on. Oops, there it is. Oh, bummer. Yeah, I'm going through here, but maybe I can. It's logged me out. This bugs me because I've got to log back in. Um, I won't take up the time right now to show you that, Heather, but I know you can see you can. So let's get it back here. Let me go back to me. Okay, there we go. So I can figure out how to share screen, but anyway, so let's wrap it up here because I know people have things to do, and I wanted to try and stay at a half hour. Okay, Evernote, there's a lot of continuous education. There's a lot of good resources. This is how I learned it. There's a gentleman, I'm listing him in what I think is, well, I don't know, first two definitely. Steve Dotto, which he's phenomenal. He was in radio and TV, and he does some graphics, really cool graphics. Great channel. It's Dotto Tech, Dotto Tech. So you can go and subscribe to his channel, get his videos. You'll see all kinds of videos on Evernote. Scott Bradley is another phenomenal trainer, and he's at Scott on YouTube. You can get his videos. He has a lot of good videos, and he's a great instructor. So those are two that I would subscribe to. Evan Carmichael, good. I've listened to a few of his. He's got a lot of them out there, but I spent most of my time with the first two, but I thought I'd list a third resource there. And then Evernote, man, they have a ton. They have, I don't know, 30, 40 videos, and they're short ones. And if you will, I'm going to post them on the Facebook page. So if you go join that Facebook page, you'll see the sheet I usually send out. If you want to send me an email, just say Evernote videos, and I'll send you the 12 videos I put together that helped me get, more use, get better at Evernote. So send me that. I'll send you that, and you can have that to kind of start. The best way, and I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning, is to have two monitors. I have two monitors, and it enables me to, wow, let's see here. It says you. I'm hoping you all can see me because it's blank on you. But if you're not, I'll live and learn. Okay, so two monitors are a great way to learn. You can put your video up on one monitor, your Evernote on another, and then just stop and play and kind of use Evernote, and they teach you everything, they show you everything, and it's easy to implement it and learn when you have two monitors. You can spend $50 for a monitor, cable, maybe $8, and you're set. I have a laptop, and then I have a regular monitor, but it has really accelerated my learning because it's just easy to learn that way. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to see if there's any other questions. Boom, boom. Okay. Answered questions. Good. Okay. Questions. Okay. Doo-doo. Yes. Done. Okay. I'm just learning here. Okay. Thanks for asking those questions, Heather. All right. So wrapping it up. Thank you so much for being on this Google Hangout. I wanted to do two things tonight. Hopefully I accomplished it, is give you a little bit of insight on how Evernote can make an impact on your personal and business life, can relieve you from the stress and the overwhelmed nature that we all tend to feel when we have too much going on and not enough time to get it done, and we don't have a good system to help us with that. And I can promise you, if you'll spend the time learning Evernote, it will make an amazing difference in your life. And the other thing is Google Hangout. It's a really effective program of bringing your educational message to lots of people. And I think it was Alex Mendoza, and maybe it was another person that says, sell one on many. If you have an opportunity to educate lots of people, the ones that really receive your message and want to take action can. But when you're doing it one-on-one, a lot of times, hey, if the person doesn't want it, you're out of luck. But here, you can use Google Hangout to educate and get your message out there to a lot of people. Because after I stop this broadcast, it's going to be a video. I'll put a title on it. I'll put tag words, which is keywords. I'll put a description. I'll put a link. And the first 55 characters, at least about a year and a half ago, that was the case, are searchable in Google. And I'll put some good search words in the first 55 characters. You can do the same. If you have a webcam and you have a Google Plus, you can do this. And it's a great way to get your message out there. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with me tonight. I really appreciate you calling, or I don't know what, clicking in, I don't know what you call it, listening to the Evernote. I just can assure you that if you'll take this platform, learn it, play with it, implement it, and work it into your everyday life, it will change your life. You won't feel overwhelmed. You won't feel stressed out because you'll be able to keep up with the fast-paced nature of today's information world. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening. Stay warm if you're in cold areas across the country. Bye now.